Welcome to South Maho Radio, the one and only anime radio show in the entire Sekai. I'm your host, Director Nasty. As we know, or formerly known as DN, as you know, we're currently live on Twitch every Monday night, Crash Out King, DN TV. Uh, on Spotify, also on YouTube at Sauce My Whole Radio. Make sure you tune in, call in, join the Discord so you could too call into the show and defend yourself, talk your trash, and defend those shows that you love the most. Or just chime in. Radio is always on and ready for your call. What the preview for today, we got the usual segments. We got some new stuff we started. We got just a tip coming up first, talking about the top anime of the week. We have the Your Sekai, Your Choice, anime version of Would You Rather. And of course, we have coming back Waifu, Goddess, Izakai, debating on what shawties of the week are the ones we're keeping, the ones we're slipping, and the ones we're skipping. And that's what we got going on. This is just a little preview. And of course, we have anime news and more in the middle. With that being said, let's jump into number one. First segment we got is just the tip. A lot of interesting choices for this week, but the first tip we are jumping on is we're going with fucking zero. Amelia, of course, was showing the utmost confidence in her man, and it was beautiful because what man does not want the full support of the shoddy that he's white knighting for? A lot of times these people are white knighting for free, for the love of the game, for absolutely nothing. But at least Subaru, we know, and he knows, he's white knighting for a noble cause, a cause that actually likes him back, unlike some of us. That white knight, for those that won't even know our names, they just know our Twitter handles. She believes in him, and even she doesn't quite understand why. But there's something beautiful about us knowing he already is and her not knowing. So to her, he just did the right thing the first time, one time, and just hard carried. And that confidence, that sense of stability that apparently he brings to her without her knowledge is truly just gives her this confidence to speak within herself to go out and be double O Negro, for lack of a better term. Usually I refer to myself as double O Negro, but today it's Amelia, and just go snooping around, grabbing phones and stuff, making calls from the red phone like she's Mojo Jojo. It's fucking crazy. His growth from the previous seasons are coming through, and his near perfect speech. To be honest with you, the speech I thought did a beautiful job of dropping his standing, identifying with the people, and then raising all the tides together. I do think it was a little bit long winded, but honestly, it was good. And the main reason it was good is because it showed a vulnerable side, but it showed that he understands the people. He comprehends what the mission is, and whether he knows it or not, it was a good ass speech. Like in the psychology realm of speeches, of like how you want to grab the people and how you want to get them to scream out loud with you. Textbook job. Honestly, the only reason I say near perfect speech to the masses is because on Twitter I saw this crazy shit where somebody said Subaru's speech was better than Captain Irwin's from AOT. I was like, look, we can have an honest conversation about how good Subaru's speech was. We have a very honest conversation, but what we're not going to do is compare it to Captain Irwin telling a bunch of young people to go and intentionally put their lives on the line, knowing that the survival rate is like less than 10%. The mortality rate is 90 plus, and he was literally telling them to ride to their doom. And they knew they were riding to their doom. And his speech encouraged all those people to do exactly what he asked them to do, screaming wildly, knowing that it was their end, most likely, including his. I'm sorry, but Subaru's speech calmed people down. Erwin literally, hey man, I'm just gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there. But at the end of the day, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it showed off everything that, the light novel readers have been screaming at us. Because they talk about, you guys don't understand, you understand? Yeah, we don't understand. We're going on this mission with him for the first time because we're anime only. Like, if y'all know a future Subaru that's complete, flawless, a whole person, and he's a badass. But you got to remember, when you first started reading, I know y'all didn't like Subaru like this. Like, he was a hard character to get behind. He was very cringe, but he has shed all that through his trials and tribulations. And what we see is just somebody who's gonna get shit done, bro. There's a lot to be said about it. Al is an interesting character I like that he's only for his princess and advocates for everyone to just do exactly what they want to do, which honestly, I don't think there's anything quite wrong with that. But sometimes I wonder later on down the road, will that intent, the way he moves, is there going to be a point where he's moving against what Priscilla wants, where Subaru's moving against what Priscilla wants, and Al's like, yeah, y'all not, I'm doing what she said, so y'all kind of in my way, and he was like, whack people up, you know. I'm looking forward to seeing it, how that plot piece that Al's gonna do exactly what he wants to do when he wants to do it. It's gonna have to come back full circle. That's not something you just drop and then you just ignore and just never pops up. Even when he came back and the super was about to give the speech, he's like, "Listen, brother, you don't gotta do this. You could just run, my boy. Like nobody would be mad at you. It's crazy. Everything that's going here is wild. You should run to your girl. I would run the mines." And it's just like, yeah, later on, that might become a problem, but we'll see how that affects everyone moving forward. The next tip we're gonna jump on to is, of course, bleach, the motherfucking best thing airing right now. First off, I want to give a shout out to tybw, cause this nigga drew Orihime's titties like in a crazy bazunga size. I have to imagine he was in the Bleach Thousand Year Blood War room, and they're like, "Yo, how big do you want the titties?" He's like, "No, I need them titties like ridiculous. I need them like kind of like out of fucking control. I need these titties. I need niggas to see Orihime's titties and forget that they're watching Bleach for just a moment. Not because it's bad, but I want to break the fourth wall like I'm Aizen. And the only way to do that, the only thing stronger than Aizen's aura is Orihime's titties. We're gonna make them shits big and fucking jiggly. And we're gonna run that shit for like 14 seconds straight and make everybody forget that there's subtitles they have to read. I want them titties to be so big they gotta read that shit. They have to read the episode in dub. That's right. Read it in dub, son. That's how big I want them. And my God, did the team deliver? It's fucking insane. Absolutely insane. I had to get that out the way. I feel like, pun intended, I've been having that on my chest since I saw the episode on Saturday. But it's one of those things like I seen it, I did a double take, and the dark one was like, damn Orihime. I was like, yo, damn Orihime. Cause my God. But anywho's, moving on. That aside, I should be a little bit ashamed of myself, but to be honest with you, nah, I'm not ashamed, bro. Okay, maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. But yeah, the fate on the Quincy's have begun, and Renji Elabari has already thrown his hat into the ring and lived up to his goddamn name by taking the L against Ishida. I think that Soho Zebi Maru is dope. But Renji has just kind of jumped in and like was just going ape shit, pun intended once again, and he ulted mega fucking early. Like holy shit. You know the meme of the guy where there's people fighting in the street, the guy comes, throws like a spinning back kick, but everybody's already walking away. Yeah, Renji did like the reverse version of that. He came in, threw a fucking roundhouse kick, and everybody looked around and just thought that like wind went by. He ulted so goddamn early, bro. But his fight, he was dope though. Renji was doing a whole lot of hot shit. He had me almost jumping out my seat. When he blew up that building, he threw the knife and he blew up that fucking building. I was like, yo, Ishida, hey, if you get clapped up by this, I ain't gonna be surprised. You better fucking run. Ishida just fucking tanked it, bro. Ishida tanked it. And then he like released. And then he fucking released. And then he's like, you thought all that was gonna do something? He's like, what are you doing? And Ishida once again is trying to teach Renji how to fight, and I don't like how he talked to Renji. I love Ishida. He's a great tactical fighter. But the way he was talking to Renji, I can't stand for it, bro. It was rude. It's pretty dope that Renji has like grown, like he's become one with his Bankai. So I'm pretty sure the second time he said Bankai, it came out of his skin, bro. I don't know if I got that right or not, but that's just kind of crazy. I think of it kind of like of his living weapon, if it is within him. And I feel like we've seen that somewhere already, but I can't recall who it is or where it is. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah. I feel like we've seen this somewhere, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out by next week. Yeah, but Isha is just like a bad matchup for Renji. Kenpachi getting lost and having to stow away with Captain Mayuri is fucking peak Bleach comedy. Like that's the thing I always give Bleach credit for. They have serious moments. They have sad moments. They have fucking frightening moments. You have fucking Bunkai screaming moments, hype ass moments, and then you have the Bleach comedy, which is under fucking rated, bro. It's actually underrated. I wish people more talked about how genuinely funny Bleach is at some goddamn times, cause and it's one of those things like it's not like it's like it's not like a funny and they play like clown ass music behind it to let you know it's funny. It's just little like character type shit. Kenpachi stone away with Mayuri and he just pops up and this nigga's like, I don't like you. He's like, I don't like your ass either. He's like, you want to team up? Yeah, let's team up. To your Bawa. And they're just running together, about to go box people up. And like, you know what? Most of Soul Society's strength is right here, anyways. I saw a meme that said like 95 of Soul Society's captain strength, and it had a picture of freaking of Mayuri and goddamn Kampachi next to each other. I was like, y'all do the most, bro. Y'all be doing the motherfucking most. Um, the other funny part about Bleach comedy that happened, Grimjow and freaking Nar, I think Nar, I forgot to look up his name. The one of the people for Yehubawa, one of the last Quincy's, bro. This man saw them and just started running. He said, "I want no trouble. I want no smoke. I don't want no problems. Leave me alone. I don't want no problem." And he took off, bro. Grimjow, of course, I always forget Grimjow's fast as fuck, boy. Grimjow is able to keep up. Not even keep up, he catches him. But then classic Grimjow fashion, he just falls for the easiest fucking trick in the book, bro. Literally easiest trick in the book. Now he's tooted ass up. And guess who pulls up to save him? Yet again, Daddy Ichigo coming to save his son Grimjow. Absolutely insane work. But the whole chase was fucking hilarious. This man literally thought he lost him, sat down, poured himself a cup of tea. He realizes Grimjow's behind him, and he doesn't do the slow look around, turn around. He don't do nothing. He just starts running, bro. Just fucking hilarious, man. That shit had me crying, bro. But yeah, the animation team went in sale detailed the whole episode. Again, that's the beginning. Orihime Titties, crazy. Show stealer. But Zebimaru and Renji were objectively cool. Ishida, once again, objectively fucking cool. Orihime Titties. And Captain Mayuri, yo, he got that gold jacket on. Yo, he really got that shit on for real. But Bleach is fucking fire right now. So what I want to know is who do you think is gonna meet up next, and what bankais are you looking forward to potentially seeing? Comment that down below if you guys so care to. I also want the chat to comment on that too. We'll cover those a little bit later. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. I want to see who's gonna fight the Thor guy, and whose bankai are we gonna get to see? Because like I wasn't expecting Renji to bust out of Hitsugaya and call out the Bankai so quick off jump. But it was dope. I was definitely glad I got to see his growth. Cause I ain't gonna lie, Ranger Bar has grown leaps and fucking bounds. Absolutely leaps and bounds. But Ishida, that's Sasuke, bro. Sasuke, I'm sorry, but Sasuke's gonna beat Akamaru and Kiba. Yeah. Oh, oof. I ain't gonna lie, that was a little harsh, but I said what I said. I'm standing on business. All right, the next tip we're gonna jump on is danmachi, and we're gonna talk about how trash, absolute ass is Freya. Oh my god, Freya. Oh my god, I cannot stop thinking about like the shit that she's doing right now is is like next level insanity. Like I've seen people like I don't know if I've ever seen this type of just like flex of power and absolute takeover. And even in her like takeover, I love that like it shows her power scaling, but it shows that she even as a goddess is a flawed individual. Because my favorite thing from the last episode, Don Machi, is seeing that the whole Freya fam, they not on board with this. My question all season has been, why the fuck everybody got brainwashed, but not y'all? But like y'all eight specifically, y'all really okay with this? You all love her. You all are in her familia. And she wants this other boy that she's just gonna place over you. And y'all are cool with this? Do y'all love her this much? Are y'all some cucks over there? And I learned they are indeed only a little cucky. On a scale of 1 to Sneeko, oh man, I shouldn't say that. That's not cool. Cause you know what? I like last Sneeko's art, but then he's off the fucking rails lately. But we're not gonna go there. We're gonna rewind on a scale of 1 to cuck, right? I feel like they're sixes right now. I thought they were tens. I thought they're full getting it. but they're sixes right now, and that's all I'm gonna say. But they each have their own ideals and reservations. They love her so much that they're willing to do it, but it's nice to see the apprehension. Like for Hedon, I'm glad that she's like, I don't like how you handle him. And he's like, I'll do better. She's like, it's fine. And they're like, it's not fine. She's like, it's fine. And it's like, see, y'all not supposed to be doing this to this nigga. And even at the end of the episode, he questions himself. He's like, I'm doing this in her best interest, right? And he has to find out if he's gaslighting her. If he's just saying he's doing things in her best interest, but really he's just being a dick. Because I think honestly it's a little bit of both. I think he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make this kid into a man, but I'm not gonna be nice about it. You know how you could show somebody how to do something? You could be kind and helpful, or you could be a dick about showing them how to do it. It's one of those situations where I think he's come to terms. And then I see some of the other people scattered there are like, just shut up and do what she says. Like Anya getting shut down by her bro. And the bro's like, and the Freya's like, you better handle her. Like, I'm doing you a favor by not handling her. You better handle her. And it's just, it's interesting. He's like, just mind your business. It's not going his way. It's not going her way, bro. It's not going her way. Freya's charm has massive holes, especially when it came to Ryu. I can't believe Ryu fell for that. I'm so disappointed, but I understand how emotional of a decision that she made to really just go jump into the fray like that, knowing damn well she had no business jumping in like that. Like, it was clearly a trap. And I love that as soon as she fell for it, Freya's like, yeah, I knew you were gonna fall for this trap. There's no way you're gonna see me doing all this and you wasn't gonna come out here. Like, there's just no way. Like, I got you. So now your ass is caught. I'm definitely glad the Loki the Loki familia got away. No, not Loki. Hermes familia girl. I'm glad she got away and she's alone, but we're gonna have to figure that shit out over there. Um the fact that Freya offered Ryu a share of Belle and the respect that she has for Ryu to not charm her but to imprison her was actually shocking to me. I very much was unprepared for her to have that much of a soft spot for Ryu. But again, she said she was bored. She said she was just playing, that these people are just her playthings. But I think the love that she showed to Ryu is a little bit more real than the love she has for Belle. I can see that there's a world, there's a Sekai where Freya gets what she wants from Belle, breaks him down, and then as soon as she has exactly what she wants, she just moves on. She said she's bored. She said she came down to play and now she's fallen in love. Like her version of love, like what she would consider real love, because we know she's been around the block. I don't believe her. I just don't believe her. If you told me each of these other people in her familia were taken in a similar instance, that would make sense to me. She just finds these boys. She says she thinks she loves them. She gets them real close. They love her, and then they just get thrown to the wayside. Belle would just be next. But Ryu, she actually feels something different for Ryu, and I think that's fucking interesting as hell. Um, I'll be interested though. With all that being said, Belle's a harder cookie than he looks like. I see the cracks in Freya's face beginning, where she keeps thinking she's on the verge of having him, and her patience is running out. I don't know how long it's been for Belle. I want to say, if I took a random guess, I would say it's been like under 2 weeks so far. But like, I can see in Freya's face, like there's moments where she's like, "Motherfucker, ah!" But we'll see how long she can hold on. We'll see how long. We'll see how long she continues on her destructive path. You let me know down below how many episodes you think you got left. Freya has left before she cracks. Do you think Belle is actually going to crack, or do you think they're going to save him, or figure out that he's not? They're going to find a way to get him a message to figure out he's not crazy in time. I don't know, man. I think Freya's gonna accidentally snap and give him the hint, and then it's gonna go from there. That's what I think is gonna happen, but we'll fucking see. You're not supposed to be over there. All right. This break is brought to you by water. Why? Because I'm thirsty. You gotta have enough in your life, or else you're gonna be dried and shriveled. Also, drinking water is good for getting rid of acne. Gives your cells the liquid it needs to widen and push that shit out your face. Literally, because that's what a pimple is. Water. Exactly what you need. All right, the next tip we're jumping on is Dan the Dan. Let me tell you something about this motherfucking show. What is going on? Why does it do that? That's so random. Um, yeah, let me tell you about Dan. It got so serious so fast. It was it was an episode where you had smoke for like the first 8 minutes, and then the most heartfelt, heartstring tugging story you could ever imagine for like the next 21 minutes. It was fully unexpected. Okaru's access to power has been further clarified. As long as like he now has one ball. Let's get that clear. I think I'm stopping at one ball. I'm stopping at one ball. One ball in the skin, I'm good. If I long as I have access to the power, I think that's a fair trade-off. Honestly, you can still get a lot done with one. That's what I've heard, but that's just me. So he could turn into the form and still run fast and be effective and kind of tank, but he only has two big attacks where he can go full out. So that's interesting to see. Momo's power has so much utility. So I thought it was funny that she kind of chose to stay zip tied the entire fight. Like at any moment, she could have just like I watched her give CPR to a heart with her power by directly touching it. You're telling me she couldn't rip apart the zip tie? Like for real, for real? I don't know, man. If you told me later on when she grows up, she ends up in some BDSM stuff, I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that sounds about right. That's about par for the course. I watch this girl run around zip tied for 20 minutes for no reason, but that's just me. Maybe I'm tripping. She could have found a steel beam to rub it on. She could have found a piece of wood to break it off of. She could have just used her powers. Nope, zip tied. But that's just me. Um, so the story for the Strange Woman was a fantastic depiction and build up intro for who and why she would help Aira, right? And it just summed up very perfectly. Aira was a girl that was looking for a mother that she lost, and in the world she was so new to her that she had access to like the spirit world, and her kindred spirit just happened upon this strange woman who was just wandering looking for her daughter, not realizing she was looking for her daughter. Aira called her the right name, Okasama, and it was just over from there. She's like, my daughter, I'm looking for my daughter. That must be my daughter. And I can only imagine why our ear's life has been going so well. I can only imagine what this spirit has been doing in the back. Sorry, something just moved in the right. And because I'm talking about spirits and shit, it kind of creeped me the fuck out. Because the AC, oh no, the AC is running. I was like, the AC's not running, the fan's not on, but the clock just moved, but the AC is running. Anyways, my bad. Sidetrack. Back on topic. It was a daughter looking for a mother and a mother looking for a daughter, and I can't imagine the things this spirit's been doing in the background to help her out throughout life. So it's they had this cosmic fated bond through time and life, and it just made sense that at the end, she was so used to defending against these strangers or these other spirits or whatever she's been fighting that she hurt her own daughter, and now she was ready to give up her aura for it to make what was wrong right. And it just is just heartbreaking, and I love that they were able to convey the story through everyone except for Okarun, through Momo got the sauce, Aira got the sauce, and it's really just Okarun who don't know what the hell's going on. And it just makes sense because for all intents and purposes, they very clearly said it. She was dead, or if she wasn't dead, she was like at like 1 HP. Swear, she was 1 HP on the verge of going to the other side, and then she got this effusion of aura to save her. It just makes sense. They did a good job. It makes sense. This lady was never supposed to attack them. This lady was never supposed to attack them. And from that point, it's like, oh, she would give her life for her. And they told a beautiful fucking story. That backstory wasn't shit. This woman was working 3 goddamn jobs. One of them was on her back. It was just some money for a dress. They boxed her up for some money for a dress, bro. Those pips ain't shit, bro. Those pips ain't shit, bro. Um, I thought Turbo Granny's levels of don't give a fuck. She's like, I'm just here so I don't get fired. Was absolutely hilarious. She could care less what was going on. Just really minding her own fucking business. What I'm looking forward to, does Aera have powers now? Will she forever be able to see ghosts? Like, is she like part of the squad now where like things are gonna happen and she's like, guys, this is weird, and they're gonna have to go help her? There's a lot of dope shit that I'm fucking looking forward to. Anytime you add somebody extra to the fray, especially we if she gets the powers, bro, what powers would she get though? Would she get hair powers? Does she have like Momo style powers? Can she like extend her arms or hair? I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm looking forward to it. The other question is, do you think she'll become a better person now? Do you think she saw this? Because from what I gather, Ira wasn't a terrible person, not a horrible person, but she definitely had some flaws and some room for growth. Do you feel like this could potentially make her a better person? I feel like this is one of those things where it's like it should be life changing. It should really affect the trajectory of where you thought you were going. So it'll be fun to see. Also, did Okra just make a new friend? We already saw these shotties. These shotties kind of don't like each other. So, Okaroon, I'm not saying you got to make a choice, but if there's a time, it's going to be soon, my boy. All right. And the last tip we're going to jump on before we get into the quest board, we'll talk a little bit about some Arcane. Arcane dropped another Wild 3 episode set. I was fully unprepared for the insanity that we were about to see. Jinx and Vi find their daddy Vander, who we thought was dead but has been turned into a werewolf, or a living weapon is actually the technical term. And I played League of Legends and I didn't realize that Vander was Warwick. I played League of Legends barely, but I played Teamfight Tactics. Definitely played a lot of Teamfight Tactics, all right? He got turned to his experiment because he was trying to cure death, right? And it was nice seeing Jinx become like Vander and that she stood for people as Zon and she adopted like a little daughter, like a little lost child. Meanwhile, Vi was been getting punched and freaking blackout drunk after her breakup with Kate. And I thought it was nice that they were able to come together very much like Vander and Silco to achieve a common goal and really amend a bridge that really shouldn't have been broken in the first part. I think Vi and Jinx being side by side is truly where they belong. Being on opposite sides at each other's throats when they know they don't mean it, it's just useless. Those the two moments like, well, why you don't need me to do this? Why'd you come and get me? Because he's our dad. Beautiful. When they finally get the last moment, and Vi and Vander are hugging, and she's like, "Come here, he's your dad too." And it's like the words, man. If you didn't feel something when you heard that, you are heartless, absolutely heartless, and I think you should burn in hell. But we're not gonna talk about that. Mel's Genjutsu versus the Black Rose was insane. The fact that like she not only did she get some sauce because apparently whoever's holding her is potentially that third child, but they're pretending to be her brother. She's like in the Genjutsu, like figuring out the pattern of the Genjutsu, only to find out she has some fucking power. And she's like, "Oh, this is why your mom was trying to keep you away." Word, say less. That's a nice power you got. Looks like we're gonna have to take that out of you. So Mel got some stuff going on. Jace comes back from his drug infused DMT trip with like some sort of living virus mind control in him, and he's looking to catch a body. And he caught a lot of bodies. Yo, this man caught a hive mind number of bodies. Insane work, Jace. But I feel like, and I feel like we're supposed to know, he is not in his right mind. He is completely being manipulated by something. Now, whether it's the arcane or the hex tech, it's hard to tell. But from what Victor told us, it's two sides of the same coin. They work in concert with each other. So it's like there's no way you can introduce one to the world without having the other. And that's the effects that we're seeing. And I was like, oh, that's deep. I was like, yo, that's some deep shit. Arcane be like accidentally deep as fuck. Like it's pretty insane. Shout out to the team at Riot and this lore building and storytelling that they're doing. because from my understanding, there's a couple people from League of Legends in the show, but I don't know who everybody is. Cause like I said, I played League barely, and I play a lot of TFT, but TFT is just like the card version. You don't really actually know what these champions' backstories and lores are, but there's a lot of champions. So it's one of those things like, yo, I'm excited to see what they do next. I believe there's another, I don't know if there's another 3 set of episodes or if there's like one finale coming next week, but I'm looking forward to see what they're doing with that one. Um, Kate Caitlyn has spent her last few months under someone to get over someone. Um, but things have not been going well in Piltover or Zon. It's just been a real crazy time. Um, and right now, oh, my least favorite character finally died. Thank God that wrecked this asshole. Good riddance to him. I bid him adieu. But I look forward to see what do we do from here. There's been a massive power shift. There's been new enemies introduced. There's potentially a crazy haywire Jace on this side trying to shut everything down. There is one last push that we're about to see, and the chaos that is going to ensue is going to be beautiful. Comment down below. Do you think Jace is under mind control or not? Like, is he just wilding because he was on the drug trip, or is he actually doing something? Are we going to see the outcome of what Mel, Humdinger, and Echo are into? Because right now, Mel's in a Genjutsu, Humdinger and Echo are also in a Genjutsu, and we got a whole lot of unanswered questions going into this last episode, or last set of episodes. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do next. And that's the last tip we're on. We're jumping off that bitch. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. All right. So we're gonna get right into the quest board. So for the quest board, all right, first part of the quest board, we're doing your Sekai, your choice. Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on, let me read chat. Let me read chat real fast. I'm gonna go backwards. Subaru is truly one of us losers in the best ways. Dead. Remind me to say something about Al. Orihime's bazongas are a better distraction than the greatest Genjutsu. I'm screaming. Renji is the greatest L taker, affectionate. Same! When I call him Renji I actually like Renji Abarai a lot. When I call him Renji Abarai, it's all love. It's nothing but love from me. But I gotta say his whole name. Renji L. Abarai. Have we seen him win a match? He's the Vegeta of this universe. I really think Mance is like 1W under his belt. Honestly, really think about it. Like, I love Renji, but like, damn, bro. Like, I'm gonna call it how I see it. Asking running is a vibe. I'm gonna need that Shinshui Bankai. Now what's going on, Zachary? No, that would be fire, bro. I expect him to literally bring out the chorus ladies from the goddamn OST. Like, and their voices should like shatter earth, should shatter reality. That'd be some fire shit. Here's a what now? If I dare try to rip apart a zip tie, I have, and it's hard, and you should probably use scissors, but it's only sucks because we have human skin. So like she has like a ghostly aura that she can like slip the fingers underneath and pull outwards and extend it or just pop it. Like, I don't do it because it digs into my skin if I pull too far on my fingers. So like, yeah, she could do it. The girl just got excited. Eric could see her and flipped out. Fact. I'm here for Arcane Talk. Haven't watched episode 6 yet. Yeah. Renji killed that one bull around car and the luchador, and that's it. Poor bastard was set up. Damn. So he got 2 wins and like 6 losses. Look, my fight record is about the same in real life. And I tell you all the time, I take L's. He's Renji Labarai. We in the same boat. Throughout all my combat sport experience, besides winning, besides in second grade, getting second place in a in a taekwondo tournament, besides that, like, yeah, my real life fight record is like 2-6, bro. I was 0-4 in wrestling. I was 0-4 in wrestling. I've won 2 single fights, and I've lost like another 4. So no, so I'm even worse. I'm 2-8. Even worse, I'm 2-8, 20% in lifetime. But you know what? In brawls and jumpings, yeah, I've been in enough of those. I don't count those records because those records are like, you don't if it's a big old brawl, you don't count that as a fight. everybody's throwing hands. This is just boys being boys. So it is what it is. Um, but yeah, all right, that's all chat had. So we'll jump into the next segment. Again, we're going into your Sekai, your choice. I asked Twitter, would you rather, if you're gonna go run Aizen's Fade, oh, hold on. Hey, fuck. I asked Twitter, would you rather, if you're gonna go ride Yahabawa's Fade, would you rather fight with the 13 court guards and be with them, or would you rather be with Mayuri, Kenpachi, and crew? Twitter said 70% of people said they would rather run with the 13 court guards. 30% of people said they would rather run with Mayuri and Kenpachi and crew. And my Sekai, my choice, I am running with Mayuri and Kenpachi. I feel like the reason why I would do that is one, you would end up probably in the most danger because you're looking for the strongest person if you're with these two, right? And also, you already know that Mayuri, if you're in his way while he's fighting, he does not care. So being around both of them, you're inherently in danger. But also, you're with like two of the smartest, strongest. You're with literally the smartest and the strongest person in all of Soul Society. Or you go to 13 court guards where power, friendship, and shit's gonna come through, but you gonna struggle. You gonna struggle. Like you're in danger. You're in actual danger. Me personally, I said, I'm going to marry Yuri and Kenpachi, bro. I can't believe on Twitter I'm on the wrong side of history on this one. I really thought more people would say they'd be with Mayuri and Kenpachi, but a lot of people said 13 court guards. I should have asked the specific reason why. I wonder what people would have said. I think a lot of people would have said strength in numbers. I think a lot of people would have said they want to see the other people's bankais. I feel like they would have thought, we got strength. Strength in numbers. Honestly, that's one thing I think of. I don't think many people would say that being around Kenpachi Mayuri is a danger to your own health. I don't think people would have thought that. Although I think in the show, I think Mayuri might have made a reference to that. That with less people around, he could use his full power. He could use more of his power. So it's one of those things where it's like there's some validity to like, would you rather have friendly fire? Do you play your games with friendly fire on or friendly fire off? I guess when it comes to Bleach, I'm turning on friendly fire. Fuck it. We're playing it like it's SWAT, bitch. I don't care. I really thought I was gonna be on the right side of the vote on this one, but I see very much so I am not. I'm pretty okay with my decision, to be honest with you. But it's one of those things where like, look at Nemu's ass all day, or look at Soifan's back muscles. Don't get it twisted. I like me some Soifan, but like, I want to be with Nemu, bro. I want to be with Nemu. I ain't gonna lie. Give me Nemu. Yeah. Give me Nemu. Chat says, you should get yourself a Widow's Peak. Hell no. I'd run with Kenny Mayuri. They'll BS their way to win regardless of circumstance. I like that. I didn't consider that, but that's pretty fucking funny. And I know Mayuri could bring me back to life as a zombie. Facts. Honestly, Nemu is a healer. Maybe if you're nice to Nemu, she'll heal you, and then you're just good to go. That's also an option. I'm just saying. The next Your Sekai, Your Choice we got. Now, I need y'all to know I made this on the fly, and I'm really interested to know what y'all have to say about it. Because I feel like this is one of these ones where it's like, weighing the options out, I actually want to hear what y'all have to say about it. Because I thought I was on one side of the fence, and then I kind of switched over. And I was like, I might entertain that. So for this Your Sekai, Your Choice, it's Freya's in love with you. You smash whenever, but she's not loyal, and you stay weak, and you have no harm, right? Freya's in love with you, smash whenever, but she's also out here doing her job. You don't power up. Wherever you're at, you're just stuck there. Wherever you at when she picked you up, you're stuck there, and you don't get a harm. Or you get Hestia. She's in love, easy, right? You smash once per month, and you get a harm, but only look, no touch. But you have unlimited strength. Your potential is unlimited. As strong as you want to get, as strong as you level up, you're gonna end up being commonplace the world's strongest. That's the wrong show. What would you choose? What would you choose? I at first when I made this one, I was like, the obvious answer is Hestia. And then I had to stop for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. Smash once a month? And I get the harm, but it's look no touch? But I could be a limited strength. I could be a limited strength. But it's like, I don't know, man. That really made it hard. So I looked at Freya and I was like, smash whenever, but she's not loyal, and I get to stay weak, and there's no harm. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I did end up, so call me crazy. Call me crazy. I did end up saying I'd rather stay with Hestia, bro. I'd rather stay with Hestia because, like, if I'm only gonna get it once a month, it's gonna be the best once a month she ever got in her life. So I'm going for unlimited strength, and I'm bodying everything. Not to mention, hear me out, with a look no touch harm, right? If it's really a harm and they really kind of fuck with you, you know, you stay over there. I'll be over here in the chair. You do whatever. I'm looking, but I'm not touching you. That is. And that's a loophole. And that's a loophole. That's the loophole that I came up with. I was like, you know what? Honestly, Astia don't sound so bad. It doesn't sound so bad. It's because with Freya, it's like one of those things like the staying weak is annoying. And it's her, it's only her, but you just know, like, when she comes home to you, like she might be like 90 bodies deep that day. Cause I don't know exactly how she out here, you know, doing the goddess of fertility work. But like, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't want your energy that you're sharing with everybody else. I want it to just be me. Just me and you. Maybe that's a human in me. That's why these humans and these gods really shouldn't mix. Because I really feel some type of way about it. It's like, yeah, she's not going to be loyal, though. She can be. She's the goddess of fertility. She's going to be doing whatever she does. And I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. And no harm. So it's not like it's like she has, the world is her harem, and you only have her. But clearly there's like a bunch of talent around you. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'd go on the Hestia train. I wish I had asked Twitter about that one. I didn't have time, but I'll tell you right now. If Freya's in love with me, she can run everyone's fade in my name. I'll be a happy gigolo. That's what you choose? That's fair. That is absolutely fair. I won't even argue with you on that one. I won't argue with you on that one. I was very much on the fence. I was on the fence. I'm not gonna lie, I was on the fence. But loyalty means a lot to me. It's like, it's me and Hestia. Hestia's never gonna, yo, Hestia is just all about me. She's never gonna leave me. She's not even looking at nobody else. Just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm broken. Maybe I'm slightly deprived of love in my life from maternal units. And so the love of a shawty just warms me up inside. Maybe that's my problem, but damn. I couldn't have Freya. Yo, Freya, bro. All right. Chat, let me know if you're listening on Sauce Maho Radio, whatever platform you're on, whether YouTube or Spotify. Comment down below. Tell me, would you rather Freya's in love with you, smash whenever, but she's not loyal, you stay weak, and you get no harm? Or would you rather have Hestia in love with you, she's loyal, smash once per month, you only smash once per month, but you get a harm, and you can only look, not touch, but you have a limited potential to be strong. Unlimited potential to be strong. You can literally be the strongest in Sekai. Let me know what you guys think. I'm truly interested on this one. I'm just chilling at home, fighting. My god is gonna take care of me. You're terrible. I ain't mad at it though. All right, next we're gonna move on to waifu goddess Izakai. The first set we have Yue, we have Shea, we have Kayari from Alpharetta. Look, if you ain't never looked at these shawties, I'm telling you right now, go look at them. I asked Twitter, who's the best girl in Hajime's harem? Based on who's best girl, I'm gonna assign that to Twitter as Mary Izakai got or waifu goddess Izakai. right? So Twitter says between this Alfredo trio that they would waifu Shea, meaning smash. They would goddess Yue. Ooh, I'm looking at these niggas funny, bro. They would goddess Yue, and they would Izakai Kaori, which I 100% support. I'm not gonna lie. Twitter's tripping, bro. Twitter's absolutely tripping. I respect the choices that they made, and I'll even read to you what some of the choices said on Twitter. Their reasoning was actually not terrible. Somebody just said not Kaori. Hilarious. They said Yue will always be the first of the harem. She truly was. And my favorite comment by the random 58. Yue held it down for my dog when he had nobody. Made sure he stayed fed and gave him some pussy to ease his troubles. Top one and ain't close. T.O. the baddest though. If I'm being honest with you, that's exactly how I fucking feel about it. In my waifu goddess Izakai, I am waifuing Kaori, smashing. I don't even like her, but I'm beating the hell out those cheeks. Those new angel titties. That angel BBL she just got is fucking insane. Yeah, I'm damn right waifuing that up. Goddess Shea, the bunny. I'm kind of upset her legs are not hairy, like a bunny girl hairy. But hey, I'm gonna let it slide. That's something I learned from different show. She got unfurry legs. I'm still with it. She is absolutely kind, gentle, powerful, everything you would want. Shea's definitely gonna be the goddess for me. Izakai is Yue. Nothing against Yue, but I'm just gonna say it. She a lolly, bro. She like a she like a 300-year-old goddamn lolly vampire built like a goddamn 12-year-old. She is cool as hell. I like her and Hajime's relationship, but if it's me, nah, bro. Yue, Izakai her ass into another world. I don't even care which world you send. You can send into a world of garlic for all I give a fuck. Like, get her the fuck out of here. So, although I do respect Twitter's choices, in all good conscience, can never you ain't got to get that Izakai, bro. Twitter actually has. I think if I told Twitter what I was doing with the results, they might have answered differently. But from the way people are talking, like Yue is of course the best girl for Hajime. But if would they I don't know if they'll goddess or waifu her. And if they would goddess or waifu her, the only excuse I'm taking is not Kaori. So again, if you're listening on Spotify or YouTube, comment down below for your goddess waifu Izakai for Alpharetta between Yue, Shea, Kaori. Twitter has spoken. They say UA is the one. I'm like, nah, fam. I can't go out like that. I just can't. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy talk. At least they low as fuck. All of what's going on, OG. Cheryl is the only one I care about. I mean, she's the best of them, of course. She's the best of them. Okay. We got one more. We got one more waifu goddess Izakai. I asked Twitter, waifu goddess Izakai. I said, actually, that's not what I said. I said, ReZero fans, as of right now, anime only, who's best equipped to be queen? We're using this as their waifu goddesses Izakai. They said they would waifu Amelia, meaning they would smash in second place. In first place, they would goddess Priscilla. 50% of the vote went to Priscilla. And Izakai, third place, they said Anastasia. They're Izakai her ass out of here. My favorite comment said, Priscilla would be a straight up dictator, bruh. Y'all are crazy. I don't know if this person is anime only, if they're speaking with future knowledge, but the current version of Priscilla that I see, I don't think she'd be a dictator. And even if she would be a dictator, I could see why she would be. She looks like she's very capable and she really don't need nobody to do no trash for her. She'll do bad all by herself. And who am I, a lowly peon beneath her heels, to tell her what to do? Now, I also don't know what kind of, if she would be a dictator. I didn't ask if she'd be a good, I didn't say, and ask if she'd be a dictator, how her temperament would be. I said, who's the most equipped? Who's the most equipped? And by those means and words, I'm going with my goddess wife, Izakai goddess. I'm giving goddess to Amelia. Yeah, for sure. Without a doubt. Smashing the hell out of that. As of right now, I would goddess. I would honestly goddess. I ain't gonna hold you. Priscilla. It's gonna be Priscilla. She's the number one smash hit. Off the charts classic. If you know what I mean. And Izakai, no offense, goes to Anastasia. I just don't have a bond with her. I don't care too much about her. She is playing a very important part in the anime, but when it comes to, being a part of the goddess wife of Izakai, I'm not even looking at her general direction. Now, if you threw Crush Song in there, you threw Crush in there, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Amelia might be getting Izakai if I throw Crush Song in there, but we're not gonna talk about it because that's too hard. That's too hard. Crush is currently out of the picture, so that's why I laid her down the rest. And we went with Anastasia, but bro, I'm just saying. And it's just the only one that can balance a budget. Enough said. That's a cop out. All right, we're gonna jump into anime news. First things first. Witch Hat Atelier is coming out in 2025 on Crunchyroll. The only reason I even know what this is because Giggle did a video on it. It did terrible on my channel, like 300 views, but whatever. We're not gonna talk about it. It's Witch Hat Atelier is a weird show. Like the premise that I got was that a girl gets a book from a witch. She turns her mom to stone. They have a fucking trial, and a real witch comes through and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna take this girl and teach her witchcraft, but y'all just shut up about it." And then she starts to learn magic. It's what I liked about the explanation of the show. The magic system seems really cool. The world building is gonna be interesting because it's laid out as technically in the back in the day, everyone could do magic. It was a known thing. And slowly but surely they started restricting who can do magic and why and what types of magic you can do. And some people said, yeah, I'm not listening to y'all. I'm gonna do all the magic I want to do. And they were branded as evil, dark. And there's some people that just operate on the side of good. And what I love about the magic system is it seems complicated yet simple. Anytime something like it reminds me, I'm tired of making this comparison. Y'all are gonna, I'll never beat the Hunter x Hunter fanboy allegations. But the magic system reminds me of Nen, where as long as you're creative, intuitive, and you can understand a chaining and combination system, then you could find a way to thrive no matter what. So one of the magic devices they explained was it's a pair of shoes where like you have half a rune drawn on one shoe and half of the rune drawn on the other shoe. So when you put your feet together, like it makes propulsion. It literally you're able to fly with the shoes because the rune gets completed and so you can fly. So imagine you're mid fight with somebody and you just clap your feet together and you go shooting into the air and you coming down from above them. Like it's just the application just sounds so fucking fire. I'm not gonna hold you. The only downside I have to the show, it is a magical girl show, which to me isn't bad. I don't mind watching a shoddy heroine moving through the world, finding her place, and just bodying people with magic. I don't have a problem with it. We will see how it forms, how it goes through with society. We'll see what the weebs say about it. We'll see what the streets say about it. In the way that Giku's video performed, in the way that my video performed, in the way that I don't hear the streets talking about Witch Hat Atelier, I feel like the anime is gonna have to do something spectacular to get people talking about it. There's been a lot of good shows with female leads lately. This one, we'll see what it could do. We'll see what it could pull off. I, for one, am excited about it, but again, this is one of those ones because I don't hear the streets. Nobody's mentioning it. Nobody's picking it up. It has me worried that it's not gonna get the traction that it needs. But I'm hoping to see I'm hoping that I'll be able to get to experience it on the reaction channel. And if not on the reaction channel, if we're never gonna watch it, that's something I'd want to watch on my own. But yeah, Witch Hat Atelier sounds fire. Coming out 2025, and I'm hoping that the animation team goes off. The screenshot looks pretty good though, so pretty excited for that. Next piece of anime news we have is Doctor Stone Final Season Part 1 coming out January 2025. I feel like January 2025 has like everything and a half coming out, and it's literally insane. I don't even know where to start. We are finally going to try and beat the man on the moon. We had some dope, crazy revelations at the end of last season, and I'm excited to see if we'll be able to restart humanity, see if we could beat the man, who turned the world to stone, and slowly but surely we awaken and rewind the clock and bring everybody back. I'm expecting this next arc to like really like have leaps bounds in advancement because they are trying to go to space to get this homeboy. And so that's going to require, society to move forward to a certain extent. I'm not going to sit here and lie and act like I'm not seeing the visuals here. I do see somebody like in a full-on suit. I don't know if that's an indication of how they were frozen. I don't know if that's an indication of how far technology is going to come along later in the season and what our foes may or may not look like. But Dr. Stone, I'm waiting to see what they got cooking to see how we're going to solve this problem of petrification. So I'm really excited for that. The last piece of anime news, I thought this was interesting. Anime TV asked on Twitter, which show had the best episode of the year so far? And the choices were Dan episode 7, Demon Slayer Muzan gets jumped, or Muzan's walkout and jumping. It's a One Piece episode. I don't know what One Piece episode it is. I don't watch One Piece. Duh. And My Hero Toga Smile. Out of these 4, I feel like I'm going to throw One Piece to the side right now like some panties. Because although I don't watch One Piece does not pop up my algorithm. The people that I do know that watch One Piece, I haven't heard them talk about this episode of the year. And if the people who watch the show aren't talking about that this episode might be episode of the year, that kind of says everything that you needed to say, in my opinion. Some people won't like that, some people won't agree with that, but I think there's a layer of truth there where if it's that good, y'all talk about it. Next, I'll say Toga Smile. Although I love the episode, I don't even think it was the best episode of its season, let alone of the year. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. It was an emotional driven episode. It was beautiful. It was heartfelt. It really was the episode that kind of decided the fate of whether we're going to pull this off or not, in a way. But I think watching Deku use the gear thing, that episode where he was actually bodying fucking Shigaraki, I thought that episode was way better. I thought the episode where Gentle Criminal like had his retrieval and he was able to do what he's always wanted to do, which is just help. I thought that was a better episode than Toga Smile. That's 2 down to Toga Smile. Sorry, Shotty. Love the smile. Love you, because I'm telling you, I had a whole video on you, girl. But your episode wasn't episode of the year. So we're going to just throw that to the side, okay? Yeah, we're going to throw that to the side. Last 2, Demon Slayer Muzan gets jumped versus Dan episode 7. That's a tough sell. I ain't gonna lie. I am not the biggest Demon Slayer fan by any means. But the Muzan getting jumped episode was actually fucking wild and dope. But Dan episode 7, also absolutely fucking fire. I have a hard time trying to choose right now. I think I'm suffering from recency bias because I want to say Dan episode 7. Because it was a great told story. Because Demon Slayer, the episode of Demon Slayer where Muzan gets jumped, it's all flash, bro. It's all flash in action. Little callbacks to the story, slight things where you're like, oh, I remember when Bazi Blah, they give you the quick little flashback, the quick little backstory of why somebody's saying a certain thing. Little revelations come out, but it wasn't anything that was like, if you take the animation away, was my mind blown? Not really. I ain't gonna lie. At the end of the day, it made me feel things. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a sensitive guy or anything, but if you make me feel something, yeah, you're always gonna get just a little further than everybody else. And because Dan made me feel something, I'm gonna give it right now, as of right now, I'm gonna give it episode of the year. I ain't gonna hold you though. If you really wanted to ask me, so far the episode of the year so far, my vote would go to Ishida versus Ichigo, where, yeah, Ishida versus Ichigo, and Ishida basically kills Ichigo. That's what I'll go with. Okay, doesn't kill him, but he shot his ass. He blew a hole in his side. I would put that over all these episodes here. But at the same time, no, I felt that episode moved me too. Because in that episode, Ichigo's like, Ishida, why? And Ishida's like, you don't understand. You're not a Quincy. I was like, he's like, but Ishida, we're friends. Don't make me do this to you. And Ishida's like, fool. You'll never defeat me and my father. And you know what I love about Ishida's talks? Like when he's talking to Kurosaki, even when he was talking to Renji in this last episode, he was very pointed and directed in what he's saying. And when he talks, I don't hear malice. I hear he's saying stuff to pass along information, and the other person is just too dense to realize that he's passing along information. Because he's saying things like, yes, the Almighty has absorbed the Soul King, and he is at the top preparing our nation for its great revival. And it doesn't sound like he's glazing what's happening like the first son. He's like, hey, buddy, yo, he's fucking transformed and he's trying to raise a new nation. Are y'all gonna fucking do something or nah? That's how I view it. But, anyways, I digress. Episode of the year out of these four, I'm giving it to Dan the Dan, episode 7. But I know that's not gonna be popular opinion. Let me know what you think. Have you seen all of them? What's the preferred one? Pre-nerf crush is one true answer. Fact. I think Bleach is going to be throwing all those episodes by the end of the year of Ishida's confident like they have double meaning. They do. They do. I feel like this last episode with Renji was the biggest one where it's like, oh, there's two meanings happening right now. He is talking and he is sharing information. And if you're not listening, you're not gonna realize that he's sharing information. Listen to what he's saying and tell somebody else. And when they say, how did he say it though? That's when you should be like, oh, he was trying to tell me what they're planning without telling me what they're planning. It's like, yeah, buddy, think about it. That's just me though. Maybe I'm looking for something. Maybe I'm an optimist and I'm just like, yeah. Nah, he's giving us hints, but I feel like he's trying to. Are you talking to each other and said, I have a beef with those who took everything from me? Facts! That's the type of shit I'm talking about right there. I have the beef for people who took everything from me. And look, he can both say that and say he hates these dirty soul reapers, and both can exist. Both can exist, both can persist, both can make sense. Nobody saw it. It feels double targeted. It does. I definitely feel like it does. People will tell me I'm crazy, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a washed up former writer slash creative. What do I know about direction and cinema? But hey, whatever. All right, y'all. We're going into the last segment. Awards of the week. The awards of the week. We're gonna go through this. I'm excited. So as you can see, the first one, romance of the week, goes to Kodai and Ranma. They had an epic fight from Ranma's heart, ending with Ranma winning her own heart to take herself on a date and also stay away from herself. But Kodai was also lying about not pursuing Ranma anymore in classic fashion, just like her goddamn brother. She's like, yeah, I will leave I agreed to this terms. I will not love Ranma anymore today. And it's like, today, bitch, today. That's my man, my man, my man, my man. And it's like, girl, you know what? If you're crazy for me like that, go ahead. Come on over to my place. Come on. Come here. I got somewhere for you to be. Yeah, come on. Come on. But yeah, the episode was hilarious. I was shocked that they spent the entire episode on the battle, on the fight. I really thought we would have got more progression and story of different ways between him and Akane, or Ayuga finally getting exposed, or some other element jumping in. But they really focused. It was, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I think I said it in the reaction. This was very much like a fan service episode where it's like, we're giving you toe shots, thigh shots, squat shots, butt shots, crotch shots, overshots, undershots, everything you could want. And it was a crazy episode. Like, in the words of my homie OG, like, most confusing boner of the week goes to, and it's like, I didn't have one of those, but I had some conflicting moments where, like, I saw what I was looking at, but I knew who I was looking at, and I was like, this is a hard one today, boys. Pun intended. Um, but yeah. So yeah, romance of the week goes to Kodai and Ranma. I love that she loves him unapologetically, and that even though she lost, she's gonna pursue him anyways. Cause we know she's dirty, she underhanded, she cheats all the time, and that's why she can't be best girl. But at the same time, that VA, oh my God, the VA carries. The laughs were fucking hilarious and well timed. The way she speaks, oh shit. That's my real problem. That's my real problem. Like the day I find like, oh man, the day I find a VA that could talk to me like that all the time, like I understand why people subscribe to a girl's OnlyFans and like pay for voice messages because like, is it weird that I want to do that with the VA? To like have them like say things to me. Okay, I think I'm going too far down the hole. I'm gonna peel back. We're gonna reel that one back in. Romance of the week goes to Ranma. We're moving on to the next thing. Oh my god. No, I know why I was tripping. I know I was tripping. I know I was tripping. Still might. I believe it, OG. I believe it. Next we're moving into funniest moment. Funniest moment goes to this fucking clown over here. Grimjow Circus, Grimjow Circus, because this guy, once again, needing to get saved by Ichidaddy because he was chasing, what was his name? Ayers? What'd you guys call him a second ago? I forgot his name. Hold on, Bookie said what his name was earlier. Ayers. Oh, Askin? Oh, Askin? Is that his name? Askin? Oh, shit. The more you try to explain, the deeper you go into the rabbit hole. Yeah, and I'm not trying to get at any holes right now. Yeah, watching Askin run from Grimjow and Ichigo and crew literally had me dying. But the only thing that had me dying even more was dumbass Grimjow falling for the easiest trick in the book, smacking a goddamn smoke bomb that had paralyzing powder in it, and he's just full tooted. Like, it was funny enough. He didn't want to go with them. Then he's not even going with them. He's running faster than them. And not only faster than them, he snuck this man Asking as soon as he saw him. Like threw like I'm not gonna say threw everything at him, but he thought he killed him on the first hit. And Askin was just like, I'm not this bitch. To see Grimjow fall for the classic fucking bait and switch, just the simplest move, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I was fucking dying, bro. I was fucking dying. Honorable mention to Kenpachi washing his hands and to catch the ride. Good boys wash their hands, and Kenpachi proves time and time again he's a good boy. Seeing this man was literally taking a dookie, washing his hands, and that's why they left him. I forgive him, bro. If washing your hands is why you're ever late to anything, you are forgiven because you do something that a lot of people fucking don't do. If I could tell you the number of times I'm in the bathroom at work and I hear somebody leave a stall and then just walk out the door, oh, dookie on your fingers? Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's get back on track. That is the funniest moment. Grimjow getting his pockets ran and trying to pull the fade, trying to run the fade and failing in his fade attempt. Hands of the week, you already know where this is going. Hands of the week goes Renji Elabari versus Ishida. Like I already said, literally and figuratively, this fight had hands of the week because at a certain point, Renji spawned a bunch of hands, held down Ishida, and it came through, whipped him with a scorpion fucking spirit bomb. It was in fucking insane. I couldn't believe some of the moves Renji Elabari was pulling out in this fight. This man has shown growth in leaps and bounds. If you had to ask me who grows more, me, Subaru, or Renji Elabari, right now I'm giving the Renji Elabari because my partner will tell you I don't grow at all. That's all I got right there. And this man was going crazy, bro. Honestly, animation team went absolutely bananas on the whole fucking episode. But I'm telling you, this Renji versus Ishida fight was one of the best crafted pieces of animation. From Renji flash stepping around to close the distance on Ishida, to Ishida doing all his cool ass bullshit, pulling out right guy arrows from the sky, just randomly just fucking producing them and then shooting them at freaking Renji. The way he controls his little arrow stuff and he's doing the stuff with the hands, he needs to get to the point like Byakuya said, where it just moves. Byakuya's like, yeah, if I focus, like when I focus and use my hands, it controls better. It's like, yeah, you need to get past that. You need to be able to just whoosh, scatter, son. Senzu Bakura. Ishida makes it look so cool. Renji was flexing, throwing everything that he had at it. It was a beautiful goddamn fight. absolutely gorgeous fight. And right now, Bleach fights are taking no L's right now. And I love that for even a moment, there's no sword choreography in Bleach. Even for a moment, Ishida pulled out the sword and Renji got in close. It's a block, 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 and then went right back to hitting this motherfucker with arrows. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous episode. But yeah, hands of the week go to my boy Renji Alabara and Ishida for sure. Next, we got Most Despicable. The Most Despicable award for the week. I think nobody's surprised by this. There's not a single surprise soul in this motherfucker. It's Freya for her treatment of Belle, wanting to truly and fully break him, faking friendships with Anya and Ryu for years just because she was bored, and her inability to close the deal with just a boy. For all these reasons and more, she's despicable, bro. Honestly, the way she told Anya, I did this, I toyed with your life because I was bored. The way she let Ryu make all these bonds and connections just to throw them aside for a boy that she can't even lay. Because all she does is say, I love you, and this man runs out the room. She tried to feel up his thigh. He damn near pop, 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 knocked her ass out. He is not at one with his feelings, and he loves somebody else. So good luck with that, Freya. Good luck with that. Um, it's the breaking for me. It's the breaking for me where she's looking forward to the moment that he cracks. She's looking forward to the moment where he's at his lowest and she scoops him up and lifts him up and then becomes his sole proprietor. She can't wait. And there's just something so foul about it because why would you want it like that? I don't understand. If like you want you tried. You know what? I give her credit because she said I tried to get him the right way. I tried to seduce him. I tried everything. I was that girl. I was the it girl in the tavern. I did whatever he needed. I helped him at all kinds of times. I tried to seduce him the right way and it didn't work. So now I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want. I respect it to a certain extent. But this week, yeah, she definitely showed that she's not infallible. She's struggling to close the deal. And on top of that, she's throwing everything away she's throwing everything in a fashion that's just most unbecoming for a goddess. For those reasons and more, Freya, you're despicable. Done. The next award of the week goes to Best Plot Twist of the Week. Jinx and Vi Daddy Vander not only being alive, but also being one of the most destructive natural forces in all of Piltover is absolutely insane. When we last saw him, he was shooting up all kinds of drugs. He fell into a vat of something crazy. As far as we're concerned, he was dead. He was gone. He was not even he wasn't even anywhere able to do. He was dead. And to see and like it's one of those things like if only I wish I remembered sooner what became of him because we see the scientists slowly piecing him back together throughout the season and I'm like what are they doing? Who is this? Just to come full circle and be like it's Daddy Vander, bro. The backstory they told where the relationship between him, their mother, and Silco, and seeing how well that played into who Jinx ultimately became, being a very Vander figure to Issa, and then seeing that Vi very much became a version of Silco, but like kind of on Piltover, but kind of not Piltover. It was a very interesting dynamic that both of them became the best parts of their parents or their upbringers, but in a very weird and toxic way. But they were able to come back together full circle. But then at the end, we lost it all. They did a fantastic, fantastic job writing that. It was a stroke of absolute genius. Because if 3 episodes ago, if you asked me, 3 episodes ago, if you asked me, would we ever get Vi and Jinx like agreeing on anything, working on anything, even being in a room and not trying to kill each other, but like still not willing to kill each other? I would have told you there's no goddamn way. But boy, did they find a way. It was a well weaved story, very unsuspecting. Great job on that front. Absolutely great job on that front. Next award we got Assist of the Week. Look, Assist of the Week goes to my homeboy Nagi Sheshiro from Blue Lock for passing the ball to himself for a goal. Like, I give all credit to the Blue Lock 11 for giving a proper Japan introduction to Japan behind Nagi. But I'm telling you right now, the move this man pulled was insane. I love the idea that other teams will not be used to Blue Lock because it's very much like everybody in other soccer plays their position. When you have all 11 people on the field who can, will, and will try to score, there's no way you can stop all that power. Like once it gets going. I love that Ren tried to pull up the same way his brother pulled up, but didn't quite pull it off because of very explainable reasons. He tried to go off left foot. He tried to go against a more experienced goalkeeper. There was a defense team that had the goalkeepers back on top of that because we see even after Ren's initial shot, three or four more people also had a shot on goal before Nagi said, let me show y'all what true control looks like, and we're gonna fucking put one in the back of that net. And this man fucking cleared everything. I thought it was beautiful, man. I know there's been a lot of hate about Blue Lock animation, but I gotta tell you, nobody draws a beautiful frame like Blue Lock draws a beautiful frame, bro. Cause they made Nagi's shit look so fucking cool and thuggin'. I'm telling you, like that slideshow had me out of my goddamn seat. I was so yoked. The thing I love about soccer, I'm not an avid soccer watcher, but I love watching soccer goal compilations because the sheer creativity some people have to put that ball in the net, the sheer pinpoint ability for people to just like barely skid something by, it's beautiful, man. It's legit art. And that goal that Nagi had was art in its purest form. Like, holy shit. Everybody was shook, bro. Everybody was shook. Like, ain't no way he gonna do that. Yeah, and did. And did. But what I love about it is everybody that had their shot on goal did a good ass job. It was beautiful. The way it was depicted, how they scored and it was silent. And then the crowd erupts because at the end of the day, is it Japan under 20 versus Blue Lock? Yes. But at the end of the day, everybody on this field is trying to play for Japan. It's a win-win either way. And I think that really got exposed when the crowd went crazy. Blue Lock might be the underdogs, but nobody wants to see a total blowout. Nobody wants to see a team get pieced up so bad that you're already out of it within like the first 10, 15 minutes. No, we like a good close game. I like a slobber knocker. Like my ideal soccer game is like 4-3 or like 5-4. Like holy shit, give me one of those. 1-0 games, nah. 2-0 games, okay. 3-0 games, nah. 3-2, it's fucking lit, baby. That's what shit I'm be talking about. But yeah, top assist goes to Nagi number one. An honorable mention to the Blue Lock 11 for setting up a scenario for Nagi to get that shot. They did fucking good. In Blue Lock, I am looking forward to how long can Japan under 20 contain all 11 of Blue Lock? We've already seen what happens where we're getting accidental chemical reactions right now. Like Rens and Isagi's and Bachira's, very intentional. But off of these goal scorers, look, as long as the back line is playing strong, I don't know what Japan under 20 is going to do. You know somebody's going to try and kick one from midfield right into the goal. You know it's going to happen. Oh, I just thought of something. They let Blue Lock score, so I think Shadow's going to get the play. Oh, shit. Keep an eye out for that. That's going to be spicy. And last but not least, we got the episode of the week. I'm not going to lie to you. This was a very, very, very close one for me. I really feel like week after week, Arcane, Bleach, and Dan are constantly going toe to toe for the best overall episode. I'll tell you right now, it was an absolute toss up between Bleach, Arcane, and Dan once again. And really, what got the edge over was Arcane was fantastic. I like the ending, but technically, sorry, not technically anything. I liked Arcane, but I just and it made me feel things. But I felt like at times You no, I like the visual art style of Arcane, but I just flat out enjoyed Bleach and Dan to Dan a little bit more than Arcane this week. I'll just say that. Because I actually don't have a very valid criticism. Because it's one of those things, Arcane did nothing wrong. Whoever wins this category, nobody did anything wrong, right? It's just what moved me, what made me felt more. Bleach had another top tier fucking episode, but I'm giving episode of the week to Dan to Dan for once again spinning what seems like a useless tale into a beautiful buy-in and intro for a new potential character who may or may not have powers. In our era, and they made a great use of the previously foreshadowed elements of why their bond even exists for her to receive this aura, and between the fight at the beginning that was fire and dope, between the dialogue and getting the story and the understanding, the way they were able to get us to identify with this woman, feel her pain, see her struggle, and then see how dirt she was done. Like I like that Dan the Dan is not afraid that is not shying away from the horrors of the world in reality and how some of these people become ghosts or spirits and why they stay around being vengeful or regretful or whatever it may be. It's one of my favorite things that it's like we're not gonna be afraid. We will not be afraid to depict this. We're not gonna be afraid to show this because this is just how the world is. And it's just a valid. It just it was identical. It was relatable, man. It was relatable. That's all I could really say. Bleach was dope. Bleach was amazing. But Dan and Dan was relatable. Spun a great tale in a short amount of time, and it all just ran together and made sense. And then this fantastic cosmic payoff at the end with the hug, and like it's like if she dies right now, she gave you the aura, but that's not enough to save her. If she dies right now, she becomes nothing. Like somebody needs to do something for her. And Turbo Granny's like, I don't fucking know what to do. Like, oh fuck you want me to do? What the hell? And then Ayori just like gives this woman closure. Like I feel like fourth quarter, 2 seconds left on the clock. Not even a kick. This is a Hail Mary, baby. And I really like to think that she got rest and she got peace. And Ayara saved her the way that she saved Ayara. And something about that is beautiful to me, man. It's fucking beautiful, bro. I don't know how else to put it. It's if it's not relatable, if you don't feel nothing, do you have a heart? Do you have a soul? Are you alive? Do you breathe? Do you drink water? Probably not. You probably don't drink water or wash your ass. Anyways, yeah, so episode of the week goes to Dan and Dan. I loved Bleach. I thought Bleach was fantastic. Arcane was dope. It was good, well told story. But Dan and Dan just hits you in one of those places where you're just like, I'm not crying, you're crying. Cause look, let's be real. She was a single mother. She was working as a janitor and a cashier. And then she still had to have the OF on the side. And then she had a pimp. It's like, damn, like girl was not doing good, but she was trying. She was a starving artist. That's why I really related with her. I can see she was a starving artist. I know in the reaction, we're going back and forth. Is the mom a dancer? Is the mom's a dancer, bro? The mom's a dancer. You're not gonna convince me she wasn't a dancer. She was supposed to be a dancer. She was supposed to be one of the greatest dancers that Japan has ever seen. She was gonna make the Japanese under 20 dance team go global, take on the Jabberwockies or some Russian ballet, something like that. And then she got pregnant by some piece of shit. And then she couldn't dance anymore. She couldn't dance for money. She had to feed this child. She had to carry this child. So she worked as a janitor. My mom worked 2 jobs growing up. Thank God she didn't have an OF or wasn't selling no ass. But my mom worked 2 jobs. My dad worked 12 hours a day and then came home and then did odd jobs on the side. And she, over a dress, she took some money for a dress, bro, and got murdered and her kid taken. That is so unfucking fair. If you don't feel nothing, you're an animal, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, this episode ended mad sad. We're gonna jump to the chat real quick. And yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. I don't think we have any call-ins tonight. It's been pretty quiet night. The more you try to explain, the deeper not. Ishida was on that Gundam beat. This week was stacked though. It was a very stacked week in anime. A very stacked week indeed. It was hard choices. It was hard things. There was a lot of shows that I watched that we didn't even talk about. I didn't talk about Alpharetta. I didn't talk about Dragon Ball Z Daima. I didn't talk about well, we didn't I didn't see Blue Box this week yet. I barely talked about Blue Box or Blue Lock. I barely talked about Ranma. So like yeah, it was an absolute set. Tower of God damn Dorsey. My God, look at her. Look at Dorsey, y'all. It was an absolutely stacked week. But we're gonna end this one here. Now this Dan Dan episode, kind of like a cap off that encapsulates all of the series. No, I see that now. That's why I'm like, yo, Dan Dan is absolutely cooking, bro. Dan Dan is absolutely fucking cooking. Like their ability to weave they managed to put in like 5 different key core emotions throughout an episode that really just enamor you and keep you involved and pull you in different directions that you're just not expected or ready for. And they just do a great fucking job at it. They do a great fucking job at it. It's beautiful, man. Laughs, degeneracy, action, and pure sorrow. That's the formula, baby. That's the Dan 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 formula. They will make you feel it all. Oh, don't forget laugh. Did you say comedy? Oh yeah, you said laughs. Yeah, absolutely peak fucking cinema. But all right, I appreciate y'all. This has been another episode of Sus Maho Radio. If you listen on Spotify, YouTube, be sure to join the Discord, link in the description so you can be a call-in. Make sure you follow on Twitter so you can take part in the polls. The polls will also start being posted on the YouTube so you can catch those too. You could do your Sekai, your choice. You could join in on the conversation on Waifu Goddess Izakai. You can be a part of this and the community and more of Sauce My Whole Radio. Make sure you check out the description. Make sure you come through on Monday nights where we do this live so you can be a call-in. Make sure you show this to somebody and make sure you tell a friend to tell their moms, to tell a weeb, and that way we could spread the word of Sauce My Ho to everybody. Because why? Why not spread why have the sauce if you're not gonna spread it? Drop the sauce, son. Drop the motherfucking sauce. I'm your man, I'm your man behind the can, DN, formerly known as Director Nasty. Drink your water, wash your ass, and make sure that your goddess knows that that she loves you, that you love her. That you love her. That's what I meant to say. Damn. Terrible outro. But we out.